Y'all, it's your girl Black Pup, aka Soda Baby, aka Asuka. You know, I'm tuned in Soda Talk City, so let's get into these hot topics. First on the docket, we have Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Baby. Do we have a problem? Tell them I need no she a rider. I gotta shoot her and I gotta drive her. Beef, we about to resign. And we have a problem. How you feeling about that? Do we have a problem? So I'm gonna give you my critical thinking opinion on it versus my emotional thinking on it. Well, feeling. Honestly, it feels like another song. It feels like another song. It doesn't feel like the hit that I thought we were gonna get. You know, like when a song is a hit off the first listen, it's like, yes, repeat. And this just feels like another song. It's not bad, but it's not what I was expecting. The bars were there, but the delivery was all over the place. It's like Nicki, like I feel like she forced herself to get on this beat because it's so hard. So I feel like she was still in her head because it was too much talking. I'm like, Nicki, if you use that deep voice one more time, and it's like it was too much random talking. That's what threw me off. I don't feel like she really connected to that beat how she could have. And it just don't feel like there's real chemistry between her and that beat. It feels very mismatched. But, you know, she made up for it in the production. The video is A1. And she got one of the hottest rappers out right now, Lil Baby. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. He had the better verse. And he ate you. He ate you, Nicki. I mean, this is what it is. This is what she's based her career off of. You know, Mrs. Write My Own Rhymes, competition, cocky as a motherfucker. You eat these rappers. You need to pick your fruit out, and it is what it is. It happens to everyone. So when it's time, it should be said. And she even admitted that Lil Baby did his thing on there. However, I feel like it has potential to grow on me. Like if I hear it in the club, I'm gonna definitely be like, oh, that's the new Nicki. I'd play it in the gym to make myself like it. You know, Nicki Minaj is so talented. Like, we can't even kick her down the way the industry kicked Kim down when Nicki first came out. Kim had it so bad. Nicki will never see it like that. She'll never have a day like that. Even if she does, when she does retire, it'll never be that bad. I feel like we're still gonna want to hear her anyway. Like, you know, she just has that voice that you just want to hear on a song. So, you know, nonetheless, you know, for some reason I couldn't find it in my heart to be like, it was trash, because it's not. And it's not a flop. Flop is such a hard word. But it's another song. You know, not every song an artist makes will be a hit. But, you know, when you see people like Beyonce and J. Cole, I only expect for Nicki to kind of reinvent herself on that level. But, you know, it is what it is. She's always going to be our Barbie. You know what I mean? And, like, just seeing her now with her son and her husband, it's like, it's hitting me now. All I can hear is, I wish that I could have this moment for love. Like, I don't care how much I talk about any artist on here. If I really go in on an artist, that means I really like them. And I just hope that she's at peace. Like, you know, because I was looking at some of the pictures that they got of her, and it's just some of them off guard pictures look like there is really a lot on her mind. I'm just like, oh my God, Nicki. Anywho, go Nicki. You did it. You really paved the way. You gave us your all, and I'm glad to see what next, because this is the next era of Nicki Minaj. I'm sure we should be getting the next Fifth the next Fifth album sometime this year, I would hope, or even next year. But you never know. I'm glad to see that her and Jay Tavia and Carisha Please made up. I know P had to make that call. All I know was when her and Kim do that versus, boy, it's gonna break the internet. And I feel like she's finally going to get that cloud that she's had that blackball that she's had off of her, and she'll finally get the things that she's been wanting, the recognition and the respect. And when I remember she said she'll do a couple people. The people I want Nicki to go against, I don't feel like we need her to go against Missy Elliott. I want to see her really go against Foxy and then Lil Kim. That's what I really want. That's what I really want. Which beef was the most entertaining? Nicki and Kim or Nicki and Cardi? My favorite beef was Nicki and Cardi because that bitch Cardi, bro, I like a bitch who's gonna show you. Don't try it. Cause Nicki's more intellectual with her beefs, and she knows like how certain things will look later. So she'll fight you with her words. She'll sub you all day long, and then when you finally confront her about what she said, she'll be like, "I didn't say that. I didn't say you stink. I just told Tasha that you smell like a pound of onions." Like. And then Kim, she was just so sensitive. Anytime you bring up Nicki Minaj's name, we don't say her name. Don't say that girl's name. Just sensitive. Cardi B ain't got no time for the fucking mind games with your ass. What was said? And she ain't gonna be afraid to talk about you in the interview either. She'll answer the question, but her face will say it all. Next question. Do you think her and Safari could ever be? Everybody knows she ain't been the same since she left that man. It's like, what was the last song around Down in the DM? That was her last song. That was like, Nicki, like, what? Like, you just can't be stopped. And then it was a plateau from then on.
Nicki gets it so hard. Pause. Hospital flow need more. Pause.
That's the other thing.
Look in my eyes. Look in my eyes. Know that we'll always be forever. Moment in time.
Safari.
Who else she got to make up with? The whole Breakfast Club. I wonder how Miley Cyrus doing. And Iggy, I'm sorry, Nicki had to end Iggy because there was no way she was gonna let that white queen come over and take over her culture. You came into my culture. That's what she told Cardi B on Queen Radio when they was beefing hard. Girl, Remy, I don't know if she'll let that go, because that, man, Sheether really shook her up. Because when Sheether was made and she was too busy focusing on Remy Ma, Cardi B was slowly climbing up the billboards. Remember, Nicki said, you gotta sell records, you gotta get plaques. When she was too busy fighting with Remy, Cardi B was being pushed into the stratosphere, and by the time that beef was over, Cardi was a thing. Remy Ma talking about you had a pink chicken wing chain on, you had a leopard beehive on your head, are you dumb? Good times. I feel like this interview that she did with Kevin Samuels was very unnecessary. Good for controversy, but she didn't even know what to ask. She didn't know what to do with that. Like, and I don't feel like she's really in touch with the average person's problem, the way she's trying to come across. So the easiest thing she was able to say was, and what else do black women need to stop doing? You know, and of course she just gave him a mouthful of curse words to, you know, the overrated alpha man, and then just jumped into sex. Like, oh girl, Kevin Samuels is not about that. And I'm just like, Nicki, it was kind of cringy to watch. I'm like, Nicki, I don't need her into anything political. Nicki, I don't want to hear you and Lala getting on live talking about giving relationship advice, because Kenneth Petty is the epitome of the Pookies and Ray Rays that everyone universally tells us to stay away from. Sorry. And I don't want to hear no advice from someone who let a man have a baby on her in her marriage, not once, but twice. Money cannot buy you brains. You really have to do the research before you come on here trying to talk like you know something because you got money. Stop it. Just give us the business advice and give us the number to who we need to call or suck to get on. The black community does not need to take hip-hop advice for nothing no more. Stay in y'all lane as entertainers. We're gonna go to the therapy sessions. We're going to the counselors. Stay in your lane, because Nicki, you the reason why we independent bad who don't need a nigga for nah. And it backfired. Next on the docket, we have Kanye West. Kanye West calls out Kim Kardashian for her parenting skills. Kanye West says, since this is my first divorce, because, Kim's on her fourth, so he tried to shade her like that. He said, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will. Kim says, Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create. As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our child, I'm doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision because it brings her happiness. Divorce is difficult enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situation so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. From the beginning, I have wanted nothing but a healthy and supportive co-parenting relationship because it is what is best for our children. And it saddens me that Kanye continues to make it impossible every step of the way. I wish to handle all matters regarding our children privately, and hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably. Damn, nigga, you on your third attorney? Ye says, what do you mean by main provider? America saw you try to kidnap my daughter on her birthday by not providing the address. You put security on me inside of the house to play with my son, then accused me of stealing. I had to take a drug test after Chicago's party because you accused me of being on drugs. Tracy Ramullis, stop manipulating Kim to be this way. Then Kanye put out their terms and conditions for TikTok, and it said you got to be 13 years old to have a TikTok or have parental advisory and stuff like that. And when things get too technical, somebody might get their cell phone took away. Then politician Candace Owen gets in and says, Kim's wrong on this one. The psychological effects of social media on young girls is real and documented. It's actually Kanye that is trying to protect his daughter in the regard, and Kim is spinning this as obsession and control. There are other creative outlets for kids. She has a point. Then Candace says, there is no 8-year-old in this world that needs social media. Go color. And she's right. What was I doing at 8 years old? I mean, it is a different world right now, but I remember being 8 years old watching Cheetah Girls. All I cared about was Disney Channel and clothes. When I really cared about a phone, I was at least 10 years old. And I got my first MySpace at 11, and we still had to lie about our age then. In all honesty, he's right, because even as a grown woman, I see how it makes me feel, as if I'm supposed to be this $1 million business owner with a BBL body and engaged to be married already, when in reality, because I don't have all those things, I feel like so yeah. But I know, of course, with parental advisories on there's certain things you could stop and lock. But I know y'all remember, well, maybe not everyone, but there was this there was on TikTok too, I think there was something called the Moo Moo Monster, and it was telling kids to go hurt their little brother and hurt their little sister. It was some friendly little game. It was a cookie thing that they would click, and then it would be things like that. Honestly, in 2022, you just never know. Some people accidentally, quote unquote, send things and oh, I didn't really mean to. Yeah, right. Because I've heard of a story in 2021 where a teacher, quote unquote, accidentally passed out Sour Patch Kids to her classroom and realized that it was her weed edibles that she was passing out, girl. Bye. And some people are saying that North is going to end up not liking her dad. No. When she turns 26 and realizes things about life, she's going to be thanking her dad that she had the option to not have to be half naked online like her mom, because her mom told her to do that. At least she's going to have options, and at least she's going to have a dad who she could talk to, because he does go through certain things that he's very vocal about. But because it just may be too in your face, some people don't know how to handle it. And I ain't gonna hold you. I see through Kanye's dumb act because he knows exactly when and how to use it. But when he's right, and he does it for the right reasons. I just like to see someone who plays games gets played by someone playing their game. You know what I mean? And don't look at Kanye from the eyes that you look at your baby daddy with. look at him as a man with resources who actually wants to be in his child's life and who actually is open on mental health and probably has more intelligence on that than Kim's superficial ass. But, you know, they both superficial. But at least Kanye, we get to see that part of him, that, you know, that more vulnerable part who talks about certain things. He's being a father. So it is what it is. Anywho, let me know what y'all think in the comments. What y'all think about that? Do we have a problem? And whose side you on when it comes to the baby? Kim or Ye? Make sure y'all follow my main page on Instagram at It's Black Pup. So to Talks TV, my backup page. And we'll get into the next video.